Alright, and here goes nothing. You guys might notice something a little different about me from my last video. I got earrings this time, yeah. That's it. So stupid. Alright guys, we need to cut the crap, alright? It's also stupid. You know what alpha males are. I know what they are. I've already done 2 videos about the most prominent alpha boys, the Freshman Fit podcast. So you guys already know how I feel about them. I almost didn't want to do another video talking about alpha males because I feel like I've already kind of drug it into the ground. But then I found this channel. So today we're looking at a channel on YouTube called Far From Average, which I guess is true if far from average also means far from being decent. Oh! Far From Average is a channel that creates alpha content, but in a different way than you would expect. Because it's, wait for it, animated. Now I gotta be honest with you guys. I love animation. It's one of the greatest mediums of entertainment, if you ask me. They're very unique ways to share a story through animation that you wouldn't be able to tell through live action cinematography alone. And I just think it's a great medium to use, and Far From Average drives it into the fucking ground.
And one of the fastest and easiest ways to increase your mate value is to simply put yourself in situations where the girls outnumber the guys. To put yourself in situations where you have the edge compared to the male competition that is around you. The girls are far more likely to compete for you, and as a result, your mate value or your seductiveness is automatically boosted just because of the situation that you are in.
I guess by process of elimination that would work. Alright guys, look, if you're trying to find a female with a high value, what you want to do is you want to go to a Target. There are plenty of women there that'll be shopping, minding their own business, but they're not going to mind at all if you just approach them and ruin their day by talking to them when they were just trying to buy some scrunchies. So stupid. But you can also try approaching a table of women at a bar, because usually they're out there having a good night, trying to dance and drink all their cares away and just have a good time with the girls. Would love it if you walked right up and ruined their entire night by asking every single one of them if they would dance with you. Statistically speaking, there's more of them than there are of you. One of them's gonna have to say yes, right? Right? Oh man, here we go. Nice guys finished last. This won't piss me off. Before we even start the video, just want to put something out there. I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but someone maybe does, probably does. So I'm just going to say it. Being nice to a woman does not entitle you to them. Just because you showed human decency to another human being does not mean that they have to give you the time of day. Bonkers, I know. Also, if you're nice to somebody and they're just mean back to you, sometimes it just means they might not be a good person. Or it just means that they thought you were annoying and walked away. Because it's kind of fucking weird if you walk right up to someone and you're like, ew. And if you're in a relationship with someone and you've done everything you can for them, and then they respond to it by doing something mean or disgusting, that's not really your fault for being nice. That's their fault for being shitty.
And so what you're doing is literally learning how to become a woman. So it's no wonder you have so many fatherless men who grow up acting basically like women. Now, if you look at how women behave, you would see that women actually do the same thing. Women do pretty much everything they can to avoid conflict. So when you're a man who is doing the same thing, something is really off.
If you ever needed any evidence that people that think like this don't see women as human beings, this right here is like the best evidence of that. Now, obviously, every single woman is different, but every woman I know is not afraid of conflict at all. Every woman I know has hands that are rated E for everyone. They will slap a bitch for anything. They're not scared of anything.
What exactly can you do to change the code that was programmed into you at such a young age that you were completely powerless to stop? These traits are seeking approval and avoiding conflict. Now, traditionally, these are behaviors of women. If you think about it from an evolutionary perspective, like us, women need to survive. But women are not like men. Women achieve survival by getting the approval of others within their tribe or group or community, and they also do it by avoiding conflict. Now, men, on the other hand, operate differently. Men traditionally care little about what other men think of them, and men survive actually by creating conflict where conflict needs to be created instead of avoiding it.
This is another thing I've never been able to figure out. What is every like alpha male's obsession with biology and DNA and what's like coded into us? Men cheat and go get the food and provide for the family because it's just in our fucking DNA, bro. If you cheat, if you even look at someone of the opposite gender, if you even like have any means of contact to the outside world, then that's cheating. Because you're just a woman and that's just what like society is. That's just the way things are. It's the way that we made it. Maybe guys can just be nice. Just, you know, just to show some human decency to someone. She cheated on me. God, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you okay? I can't believe it. It's all my fault. It's what I get for being nice to these females, you know? I was nice. I'm nice to every female, and all they do is drain my money and use me for food, and then forget about me by the very next day, but no more. Hey man, you know, her being unfaithful to you, that didn't have to do with you being nice to her. That was just her taking advantage of you, which is not okay at all. You know, you shouldn't give up on your entire life just because of that. You just need time to heal, and then one day, you know, you'll find the right person. And too late, I already bought my Bugatti and I'm shaving my head in the morning. Oh,
You see, people are drawn to celebrities because all they ever see of them is this incredible persona that they play in the movies.
Is this our idea of the perfect man? White Mr. T over here?
Guys always want to know, how do I make a girl obsessed with me? Or what do I do to make it so that she'll never stop thinking about me? The answer is simple. All that you really have to do is make it appear as if you are from another planet, at least in the beginning.
You fucking talk to her. Ask her about her day. Ask her about things that she likes, things she doesn't like. Buy her a keychain from Five and Below because it made you think of her. Send her songs or videos or memes that remind you of her. Be a fucking friend first. Show you appreciate her and value her as a human being and that you don't see her as anything other than a fucking sex object, man. It's not, you know, like fuck. I don't understand how it, my brain's done. Okay, we're just gonna move on.
You see, girls actually prefer and fantasize about capturing the perfect man. The man with no flaws, the man who has no weaknesses, or the man that is not actually human. So how do you portray yourself, at least in the beginning, as a man who is simply not from this planet, or a man who is not actually human?
Huh? Actually an alien from the planet Slapslorp crash landed here on Earth because of my planet going to war with the Frothotonians. This is just my human disguise so your eyes don't explode from my sheer otherworldliness. You know, now that I think about it, that might actually work on some people. This doesn't have much to do with the context of the videos themselves, but whoever's drawing the sketches for these videos really loves drawing scantily clad women. It's in like almost every thumbnail, every other frame of the video. Maybe because real women don't talk to him, so he just draws himself some Fashion Nova models and then pretends that those are his girlfriends in his, you know, rotation. I think this is the perfect video to end on because it's just the key to understanding everything about this mindset and the people that occupy it. We're gonna learn the most seductive trait in the world.
It came to me from one of the most unexpected sources. The most seductive trait in the world actually came to me from a Persian prince. But the prince that I'm talking about is not the one who rules over a kingdom here on Earth. The one that I'm talking about is the guy who was kind enough to let me know pretty much every single day that I've inherited $3 million cash and all that I need to do to claim the money is send him a $500 prepaid Visa card. It actually came to me in the form of junk mail.
I was like, huh? I thought he was being serious for a second because he hasn't given me any other reason to think he was joking. I was about to say, did it come to you from Jake Gyllenhaal or something? I love how his drawing for the beta male is like a little dude in a sweater vest, and then the alpha is the embodiment of this meme.
Now this is where the most seductive trait in the world comes into play. Now here's where most guys get it completely wrong. Most guys think that in order to avoid looking like the Persian prince, they must do something incredibly extraordinary. But the truth is that you need only be unique. What you have to do is figure out what it is about you that makes you unique, and then amplify that. Are you somebody who dresses like most other guys? Do you talk about the same things that most other guys talk about? Nobody remembers the guy who was silent, boring, and predictable, especially not the girl that you like. You don't need to do things that are so ridiculous that you look desperate. You just need to stop being ordinary, stop being predictable, and start being you. Uniqueness is the most seductive trait in the world, and with that said, you guys are awesome.
He's saying that uniqueness is the most seductive trait. But then it also says you shouldn't talk about things that other people talk about, which wouldn't work if the things that you're passionate about that make you your most genuine self could be things that a lot of people talk about. Like, everyone's talking about Stranger Things. They have been for a while. That could be someone's like passion in life, but you can't talk about it because everyone else is. So his definition of uniqueness is kind of leaning towards pretending to be someone you're not, which is kind of what this entire mindset is all about, it seems like. Just definitely be yourself, even if it's something that, you know, people might not like, but they might also like it. Maybe you're a huge Star Wars nerd. You've met people that have made fun of you for it. But there's going to be someone out there that might like it just as much as you and will enjoy talking to you about it. Or at least tolerate it enough to be around you, which is how I got married. But I digress. My point is, trying to act like this fucking Giga Alpha Chad to appeal to women is not the way to go, because not every woman will care about that. Several probably don't. You won't really know unless you like actually sit down and talk to them and get to know them and actually mean it. Because showing that you're genuine will show through to them and be genuine back with you. Love advice with Zach. Now, obviously, if this is your mindset, it's a free country. Like, obviously, you're entitled to do whatever you want. But being insecure and angry at women for your inability to treat them like human beings doesn't seem like the logical way to go at all. And if you're on the fence about this lifestyle and you've kind of like teeter-tottered around, you know, whether you think it's for you or not, don't fucking do it. Do not. And just think about it for a second. The more alpha males there are, the more videos that I'll have to make about them. So all I'm saying is, if y'all stop, then I stop, which I think is a pretty fair deal. Anytime I talk about them extensively like this, it kind of melts my brain a little bit. I think that's enough for today. So thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Make sure you like this video. Leave a comment if you feel so inclined. That's the right word. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. I really love it when y'all do. It really means the world to me. Make sure you check out my socials as well. I always put them up on the screen, and I put them in the description so you can find me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time, so make sure you tune in, which you won't be able to do unless you're subscribed. So do that, and I will see you guys next time. So peace out. So this is another thing. So this is another thing. I don't know what that fucking sound was.